Alright, here's another cheese strat using Creature 72 in phase, but this time it involves the Seraphim of Ver armor with the new communicant magic weapon and time killer's spell. I know some of this stuff gets a little tricky with, now in this example you're now dealing with 3 different elements, and it's not always going to work, but Prime Chaos Orb, basically you can get it to where it's decent, so it's just worth playing with, having fun. This armor here is a full defensive armor, and it has a couple of abilities. You've got your Blessed Strike, which will, in this case, based on my stats, as you can see, you get your guest BTH, pet BTH, as well as anything that you do with as the player. 8.57, not too bad. And then it also does the Retribution, which will skip your turn. It makes the monster auto hit you, and then because you get auto hit and because you skip your turn, it will unleash a spell-based skill that's light element for huge damage. I think the Lucky Strike rates enhanced. It'll actually hit pretty hard. And then you're using Creature 72 in phase, so in order to do all these skills, you're looking at a lot of SP usage. So that's why you're using all these things to increase the ability to heal that back. You're using the communicant weapon, which will also heal back MP and SP based on any spells or spell-based skills. But in this example, it's hard to implement Hypercrit because it does the turn cost, and probably the best way to go is you're just gonna stack time killers. You're gonna cast it 3 times, and it'll leave you with 673. If you did it one more time, you'll have 20 MP, and then if your guest is on MP upkeep mode, then it won't work out. You could switch this to SP upkeep, cast time killers one more time. Then you guys got to be careful with your SP. Then you got your optical misc. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to do the skill. It will skip the player turn. The pet and the guest will go. You get some healed MP and SP. And then the monster will go, and then without you clicking anything, it will attack with a very strong light damage, even though this is a full defensive armor. In fact, if you look here, it's got 70 magic blocking just with the standard shield. I used the Mana Defender shield to get a barrier, and then so what we're going to do here is just run through the motions here. So as you can see, we'll get a little bit of resource heals, and I'm not pressing anything, and then you've got some pretty good damage. And sometimes you'll get a Lucky Strike there that'll really increase. But once it's done, once it goes, the weapon will heal MP and SP, and then because it's already going another turn, then you got your Creature 72 in phase. Cheese going again, and then you're able to actually heal back a lot of this. And then if you are willing to do it, you just start all over. Get a couple more casts. So when we now have Hypercrit at +4, we were able to heal back enough SP to be able to do this all over again. And it should work. You should be able to heal back enough SP just to spam it. So got some good heals there, and then we'll probably get some good damage. Some pretty good damage there. And there you have it. So if you happen to pick up the armor, I hated it at first, but the more I tried different combinations with it, the more I'm enjoying it. So again, it's tricky. You're using 3 elements. I'm just going to settle here and use make sure water's lower here, and all that's going to do, because the actual damage will be lower from phase, the heal portion will go up slightly, so I'm not too concerned. So let's give myself some BTH, and then let's go ahead and do this guy. We'll see what happens here. have the skill trigger. And there you have it. Alright. There is a bug with this armor that is very strange. Because it's waiting for your turn to be over with to go. There's a bug with this armor. If your pet and guest, so like let's say you do the skill here. Your pet and guest goes. If your pet and guest kills the monster here, and then you enter the next battle, this carries over to the next battle. The retribution will actually trigger as soon as it's your turn. In addition, if you die while waiting on this turn, it will also trigger on your next battle. I don't know if this is by design or if it is a bug. Let's see if I can figure out how to kill myself here. Let's see here. All right. Let's just go this route. Let's see if I can do it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the skill, hoping my guest and pet don't kill the monster, and then I hope the monster actually kills me here. We'll see what happens. All right, please kill me. All right, that'll work. All right, so now I'm gonna start the next battle. And again, this works if your pet and guest kills the monster. So watch what happens as soon as I start battle. Bam! The skill triggers. And like I said, it does that if you kill the monster too before the skill will fire. But anyway, it's a pretty decent light Beastmaster armor if you're using combinations to kind of heal back resources, considering, you know, in order to do this, you know, both of these skills, it is quite expensive to consistently just do the skill. But it's one of the reasons why I prefer, even if the damage was less, and even if I have issues with making sure that darkness and water is optimal. In my opinion, I think that resource management is more important than just ramping up damage and just seeing huge numbers. I think it allows for a variety of additional play styles that if you can use Geocastellum with SP, if you've got some other quick casts and stuff with MP, you can go that route because you're constantly healing those things. And for me, that makes the game more fun. Do this and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. Some good heals there. See what happens. Some good damage. And then your pet and guest will go again. Let's see if we can get some good stuff here. And I'm able to heal my SP enough to probably spam it as much as I want to. But anyway, there's that armor and that combination and the little weird bug that's kind of cool actually.